Is Burna Boy's concert in Houston, Texas was empty. It was empty and he only performed for an hour.
I'm so glad that people are finally seeing Burna Boy the way that I've seen him for years, okay? Because I've had a one-sided beef with this man.
Bro, I can't make this shit up. This is Burna Boy's show last night in Houston, Texas. If this can happen to Burna Boy in Houston, then I fear for his future in America, in the USA. Because Houston is a place in the US where the Afrobeat culture is at its peak.
What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today something big is going on right now with Burna Boy. I'm telling you guys, imagine, it's very insane. And a lot of people are upset. Ticket sales are down, imagine, and he is even cancelled some of his US shows. Oh my god, it's very insane. And I watched all the clips, and today I want to talk about why this matters for fans, for respect, and for artists everywhere. Exactly. Stay with me and let's get straight into it. I will be right back with more commentary.
Rumor has it is Burna Boy's concert in Houston, Texas was empty. It was empty and he only performed for an hour. Now, I'm going to show you the clip that I saw from the concert where he is actually on stage. So this is not when you first get there, you know, when doors open, when there's openers. I'm going to show you the video I seen. Now, there is a lot of people there, and in a smaller venue, this would have been packed, but this appears to be an arena. I believe they said the capacity is almost 20,000, and there wasn't 20,000 people in there. Even the pit, it doesn't even look like a lot of people bought like standing room tickets, right? Now, Burna Boy has been getting a lot of heat because at a recent performance, you know, he kicked the girl out of his concert because she fell asleep. And, you know, people started calling out his arrogance and bringing up all these other incidents where he was rude to fans or, you know, even got physical. And people just been saying they're tired of his stuff. Now, I can only speak as an American. In the United States of America, I only know one artist, one male black artist who can get away with murder, who can get away with doing whatever he wants and people are going to still support him. And that is Chris Brown, okay? Not Burna Boy. Now, I'm not saying that the reason why this concert was empty is because of, you know, that previous incident. Maybe it's a combination of all the incidents. Maybe people, you know, are just over Burna Boy. Maybe I feel like he is on tour a lot. Maybe I'm wrong, but maybe he's experiencing a downfall. All I can say is when you're not a nice person, when you're unkind, when you're rude to your fans or whatever, for one, people are going to stop supporting you. But when stuff happens like this, you know, you have a performance and it's empty, instead of people saying, oh, I feel bad for him, they're going to say, haha, that's what your ass get, you know, stop being arrogant.
Burna Boy saying, I am not forcing anybody to be my fan and I don't want broke fans is a clear example of Burna Boy's arrogance. I keep on saying this. This is not the first time Burna Boy has shown the world how arrogant he is. It is not. Bro, there's a media personality in Nigeria that just writes a book about Burna Boy and how arrogant he is.
This is what happens when you are not humble in life. When you're not humble, this is the outcome of it. Because now people ain't fucking with you, Burna Boy. You wanted to kick out the woman for sleeping, not knowing what she had gone through. Now you're going to suffer and now you're going to lose money from it. That's your own business. Sometimes when people actually forget where they come from, I forget the struggle that they went through in order to reach the success that they're fulfilling now. This is why God always says to remain humble. Because what God can give, what's the answer? Oh, he can take it away. And look how many, look. Come look. There's barely anyone there to see you. And this is Burna Boy we are talking about. Burna Boy, who has sold out many arenas before in the past. People ain't fucking with you right now because you wanted to be greedy. You wanted to think you're above the program. Ain't nobody above anybody. You don't know what that woman had gone through. You don't know what she had went through. And the fact that you kicked her out for sleep, and she paid her hard-earned money to come see you. If she wanted to sleep throughout the whole of the thing, then she could have slept. If you're coming out late or if you're just not doing your part, cool. Then, okay, she's sleeping. That means to her, maybe you're not performing your best. Or maybe she's just tired. But that's her money. I would have, you know what? Security would have literally had to drag me. They would have to drag me out. I'm paying my money and you're telling me to get out. I would have sat there. I would have said, and you know what? All the pick-me people that was like, get out, get out. Nah, you lot should have supported. You lot were there. I know you're there to see Burna Boy, but you should have supported that woman there, man.
Someone in the comments said it right. The authority of a king with the accountability of a toddler. This man put out an apology in which he states, if I was wrong. That's not an apology. That is not an apology. If your apology contains the words if, then you're not taking accountability for anything. You're still blaming the other person for what happened. He had the nerve to compare what happened to him to what happens when a passenger is unruly on a plane. If the pilot feels uncomfortable with how one of the passengers is acting, they're gonna get kicked off. This is not the same situation, my dude. This is where your job as an entertainer is to entertain the people who came to see you, people who paid to see you. Sir, you were not doing your job, so therefore someone did what? Fell asleep. Now, I don't know if that's the real reason why this man fell asleep, but you contributed to it. A lot of people in the comments were also saying, like, this man needs to humble himself, because without his fans, he'd be broke. Another person said, was like, this is why we have PR teams, because this apology was not a good look.
You see this Burna Boy situation, honestly, it didn't sit right with me. I get it. Artists want energy. They want vibe. They want fans who match the moment. But sometimes real life eats people other than music ever could. That woman didn't disrespect Burna Boy. She didn't insult him. She didn't even sabotage the show. She was simply tired, and guess what? She recently lost the father of a child. That kind of pain follows you everywhere you go, even to places where you're trying to escape it. So publicly calling her out, stopping the show, forcing her out in front of thousands of people, Burna, that was unnecessary. You're too big, you're too talented, you're too influential to let a sleeping fan into a global embarrassment. This is not coming from a place of hate. This is accountability. Burna, if there is any advice at her, reach out to her, find her, speak to her privately, apologize like a man. Your humility in this moment will carry more weight than any stadium performance. And if you can, bless her, gift her something meaningful, show her and show the world that you care about people who support you.
So they said that Burna Boy posted an apology to the fan that he harmed. Totally unacceptable behavior. I was a fan of yours, Burna Boy. I even went to your concert in DC a few years ago in the middle of a very harsh winter. So I was curious to see what the apology looked like. What you did to that fan was unacceptable. Your apology was peppered with casual misogyny. You noted that you were going through stuff. We are all going through stuff, and some of us are going through stuff without being multi-millionaires.
I'm so glad that people are finally seeing Burna Boy the way that I've seen him for years, okay? Because I've had a one-sided beef with this man since 3 years ago, I believe. I was in Lagos. He had a concert. He had hosted a concert for New Year's Eve. And the whole thing was that he was coming home and he was hosting a concert for his people. It started, I believe, at 9-10 p.m. The man didn't show up till 4 a.m., okay? At like 1:30, 2 a.m., I looked at my mom, I looked at my cousins, I was like, let's go, because it had become a mosh pit. It had become so dangerous, and it just felt so disrespectful. Apparently, he showed up at 4 a.m. and he started insulting people. Yeah, he started insulting people. And in my mind, I was like, we need to have more self-respect as Nigerians. He should have showed up to an empty stadium. Like, nobody should have been there. And thank God the people of Houston have some self-respect. Because the way this man has been biting the hand that feeds for so long, he is so disrespectful to Nigerians. And he is so disrespectful whenever he performs in Nigeria that I've spent 3 years just biting my tongue being like, I don't know why people even give this man the time of the day or any attention or any respect. He does not respect his fans. He does not like his fans. He looks down on his fans. He insults his fans. He told people that apparently people were talking shit about his mom or something like that. I don't give a fuck. I don't know who your mom is, sir. Show up to a concert that people paid for you to perform. Like, I think he forgets that, like, he's like, we're paying you for a service. I'm beefing with him forever.
So this was Burna's show last night, and there were a lot of empty seats. You see, life is all about action and reaction, and for every action there is consequence. Sometimes it's okay to humble some people. I'm not saying this from a place of, anger or hatred or whatsoever. It's just the order of life. Sometimes people need to be humbled. They need to be reminded who they are and where they came from. Because when you get to that cliff top where you believe you've achieved everything and nothing else matters, and those little contributions that summed up your entire career, you can choose to disregard them, and maybe be condescending to your fans. This is a consequence of it. I think this is the second concert with so much empty rows, I believe.
I will bring you the money. You're supposed to not say me no big. So my baby make you no go down. Don't go down. When you get down. When they get them to say never.
Like Burna Boy, if you've ever attended any Burna Boy show, you understand that people start coming way earlier for them to get access to the auditorium, because it takes time to fill auditorium, to fill people in, to sign people in, for tickets to be checked. But look at the time. You might think, okay, this is 8:30, maybe the show started later and people came later. This is when Burna Boy was performing. If you know Burna Boy, you know that Burna Boy's show is always packed. Burna Boy sells out 90,000, 100,000 capacity, sold out, max. Look, if Burna Boy does not take his arrogance, people are beginning to talk about it. People are beginning to, complain about his attitude. Some people say, no be attitude that they listen to that music. Music makes sense. No be his attitude. That does not matter. Yankee no be Naija. Yankee no be Naija. If they can cancel R. Kelly, if they can cancel Usher, Kanye West, who is Burna Boy to them? How can someone buy a ticket and come to see you, someone that is supporting you? You are treating the person like trash. You are treated, and once it gets out, and you know how things trend, it spreads like wildfire, like bacteria, like disease. And if everyone catches on to this disease, they cancel you. Nobody would ever buy your ticket or come to your show, not to talk of streaming your music. Your albums, your music are in the top 100 in America. You are nominated for Grammy and so on. As all that will go away. No matter how good your music sound, they would not stream it. They would not listen. That place is different. It's different. Not be Nigeria where you go do anyhow, you go match people for head. People go steal, they farms you, they do all those things. They do like that for dear. Albert Einstein once said, the only thing more dangerous than ignorance is arrogance. And Burna Boy should look at his attitude, otherwise he's going to fall. I am just a messenger. Let me know what you think in the comment section and share this video so that other people can see it. Until then.
First of all, when I saw them clip of him stopping a show because a fan was sleeping, imagine, I felt shocked. It looked too harsh, exactly, and a concert is supposed to be fun. Oh my god. And people pay to enjoy music, exactly, sing, dance. If someone gets tired, maybe they just need to rest. Exactly, this is more understandable. And then I saw what happened after. Ticket sales dropped and some shows got cancelled and many fans refused to go. Imagine, this is crazy, guys. It's insane. This shows that power can shift fast. Even big stars can lose support when people feel disrespected. Exactly. And what this tells me, respect matters more than fame. Exactly, this is more understandable. And if you treat people like fans, but forget they are humans with feeling, very understandable key points to hear. You might lose more than few shows. Exactly, guys. And also, fans are not just money. Guys, did you catch it very well? And fans are people with a voice. Exactly, this is everybody knows. When many fans decide to skip a show or demand respect, they show that support must be earned, not taken for granted. Exactly, this is truly real. And I think this is a wake-up call for artists, Popularity isn't always forever. Exactly. Your attitude, your respect for fans, that's what builds loyalty. Guys, did you catch it very well? Did you catch it, the point? If you are a farmer, you decide to what you support exactly. If you believe in respect and dignity, you send a message when you don't support what you feel is wrong. This is truly understandable, guys. And if you are an artist, treat your fans with respect and kindness. Because one mistake can change everything. Guys, everybody knows this. And finally, for of us, we should stand for respect, fairness, and kindness. That's true things, we can stand it. And we should support voices that demand respectful treatment. And guys, thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye bye.